Hi everyone, I'm Dylan from Perrfy, and welcome to this video on how to write great HTML titles and descriptions. And of course, these are really your pitch to Google searchers and why they should choose to come to your site when they're looking at a page of search results. And these descriptions actually don't show up on your page anywhere, but they're super important to get organic traffic from Google. So with that, let's go ahead and jump right in. And there's a lot of common issues with meta titles and descriptions, and actually these are all the Perrfy cards or checks that we go through on your website to see if there's an issue with your HTML titles or descriptions. So you could have no meta title too long, meta title too short, and then the same thing with the descriptions, right? No meta description, description too long, description too short. And we put this all in one video because I think it makes sense when you're working with the tool that we have to generate great titles and descriptions and talk about kind of best practices, no matter what issue you're running with here, either one or all of these six. I guess you can't have no title, or it can't be too long and too short at the same time. Of course, it could be with multiple pages on your site. The answer is pretty much the same for all of them. So with that, let's talk about some tips for writing great meta titles. We'll start with that one. First thing, length, 30 to 60 characters. You don't have to worry about it too much right now. Our tool will do everything for you. Use keywords thoughtfully. So you don't have that many words anywhere in your title, but no keyword stuffing. Although I will say as a caveat, if you look next time you Google something, check how many times that the actual search term you searched is in the HTML title or the title of the pages. It's, Google says it doesn't have to be, but it seems, in my experience, it is there a lot. So, if you have a certain search term you're going for, you might just want to throw that in your title. It should be different for every page on your site. That's important. I like using action words like learn, discover, explore, buy, so it shows what's going to happen. And I think that's also kind of interesting for user intent. So think about like what the searcher's goal is, right? So okay, if they're looking to buy something, say like buy, or if they're looking to learn more about it, use that in your title. So it kind of anything, searchers are, you're scanning a page super quick with these results. You're not spending much time on each one. You're probably not even ready, definitely not reading every word on a Google search results page, right? So you want to kind of guess what they're looking for and then hit that with what you have to say. Similar thing goes for great meta descriptions. Again, we'll go over the length, but you really want to, the reason it's so wide here is because you have desktop and you have mobile, but mobile first, you want to shade to making everything and not having being truncated on mobile. And this is really your pitch for why searchers should come to your page. I think it's important that you kind of go over that, but then you tell them what to expect, but there's no clickbait, right? So you want to be honest about what's there. If you promise too much and then it's something totally different, your bounce rate, basically they're going to bounce right off your page. They're going to come there and leave immediately, and that actually hurts your rankings. So and then so that's not actually going to help you. So if you think, oh, I got all these clicks, well, it's going to erode your page rank with Google in the long run. So you just kind of want to be honest about what you have. That said, of course, be complete, but really short and to the point too. I think less is more, but also kind of take the time to make sure you kind of pack a powerful punch, if you will, for what you have in there. Last thing I would say, like check Google's search. If you have a keyword you're going for, see what comes up in Google. And like I said, not keyword stuffing, but look and see kind of the breadth of your topic and see, oh yeah, maybe we do that too. And you kind of mention some things around it that look to be popular. So it's just an idea to kind of think about, but we're not going to have that many words to get too verbose or too wordy with it anyway. So with that, enough talking, enough theory. Let's just go right to practice, which is actually the fun part. We have a great tool at Perrfy to help write these. So here we are on our HTML title generator tool. Of course, it's in SEO. And under the tools in SEO, HTML title generator. And I'm logged in with Perrfy.com. So if you're logged in to your account, it'll automatically have your URL up here, which is important because that's actually what's going to show up. So on the right hand side here, you can see the desktop preview and your mobile preview, and you can see this cut off, it's truncated like it's on a mobile device, right? And so basically you just write everything in here, your title and your description. We put some defaults in there just so you can you have something to see, and it reflects right on there. So I think the best thing to do, let's just go ahead and write one for Perrfy, right? So if we were doing kind of a landing page, we'd say, you know what, let's say Perrfy, what do? We say make your website a rock star. And I like always using caps on your titles and then not on your descriptions. So let's see, what we say. Let's just tell them what we do, right? Nothing too salesy. We crawl your site, find any issues, help you fix them. And we're not just SEO, also performance, security, content, and more. Let's do that. So we are in the good job part of these. This is the length, all right? So remember, if we went too far, if I said, you know, if I got it verbose, we are really the best ever, and then you can see how, as we're kind of getting close, I mean, we actually are not cocky here. We wouldn't actually say that. We would say, you know, we also have many amazing tools that you can use to help make your site. Oh, we're already too long here on description, right? So it easily tells you that it's too long. Now, another cool thing is you can use emojis here if you want to. I think that can be helpful sometimes, but it really just depends. The next thing I would say too is, okay, you can save this for later, obviously. You can also, if you want to do export your HTML code, it's all written right here just for you, so you can just cut and paste. That saves you time. And we could also, if you want to put your website in here, we could crawl your URL and see what you have right now for a title and description, and then you can work on them there. So that's the title generator. I think it really helps. Of course, remember the tips we have. One more thing to mention on it, we are actually using the pixels that Google has. So for example, you might have noticed that maybe a big W and a little a take up a different amount of space, right? And so they take a different amount of pixels, which a pixel is just a tiny little dot on your screen. And that's what Google actually looks at. Other tools on the market, I mean, they're great. Don't get us wrong. We don't throw shade on anybody, but many of them just count your number of characters, but that doesn't really matter. We actually look at the pixels, so we get the most accurate representation of actually how it's going to look on Google, right? So we hope that's helpful. Good luck writing all your HTML titles and descriptions. It's super important as a ranking, to kind of be your advertisement for searchers on Google. And then those metrics of, click-through rate and your bounce rate. So hopefully people don't bounce. All those things turn into ranking factors on their own, as well as the keywords and the intent that you're using for your titles and descriptions. So hope that helps. Good luck, and we hope to see you on another Perrfy video sometime soon.